we're going underway. It is going to be Ankra and Penta, as I say, starting out as Blacklist.
Straight away on your screen, it's going to be Rain, Loons, NLS, Boon, and Blame rocking up for Penta. And one thing I always will say, you know, first game of the day for these boys is sometimes to take it a little bit slower, but 4 frags on the board already, split between them. Moon's going to pick up a nice double, and now it's all left in a 2v2, but keep your eye on Moon's health there, so low.
Yeah, that was a big play. That worked out well for him. It was looking something like a massive round for SV, and then he got a little overconfident, and this is something I want to keep my eye on throughout this tournament, just how high that confidence is going to be. Lunas has to play big here, though. You can see SV, they're sticking together, and 9 and Dabo Q. The bomb plant's going to go in, and they have a good position at the moment. So plant goes down. It's going to force to speed up. The problem is Lunas is going looking rather than covering off the positions. Okay, checked out Hotel and he's backed away. Now Dabba and N9 about to come around the corner. Are they going to expect Lunas? They have to deal with him. It was a 1-for-1 trade. Moon very low on health, just with the deagle. Knows exactly where he is. Dabba gets a double, and the defuse. 3 frags in total for him. So Super Valiant pick up the first round.
It's going to be very difficult there. You can see just that final kill, you know, he had so little health. He couldn't really do much, but kind of just bide his time. Dabba cleans up with a triple though.
So Moon with the double, with the sniper. I think I just had a quick glimpse. I didn't quite see. I think SV weren't using a sniper there. They're not. They're going all AKs.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that decision to go all AKs on this map, and I think it's actually something that's going to catch Penta a bit off guard, as they are used to usually someone like Emzin having that mid presence, but it seems like we're seeing Super Valiant actually go for more aggressive plays on the lanes. Last time they pushed up A along with 2 players very quickly, which is very uncommon for them to do, and I think they're just trying to throw a lot of curveballs to see how Penta will react early here in the game.
Moon just picking up. Pushing forward now. It just seems like they're gathering up. Again, this is the slower kind of aspect that I actually thought we may see from the start, just kind of dwindle themselves into the game. But action's going to go down, and N9's going to fall, and there we have a double as we come in for Penta. A big break here into the A-bomb site. Super Valiant, they've got a task in hand to come back from there, but that's a big kill from 18 there. The bomb does not go down.
They haven't dealt with NLS, though. He's the man that got the quick double opening. Emzin on the flank once again. You see he's around the back of them. Formy and 18 still waiting for the smoke to clear to try and get the push through. Bomb goes down. Lunis gets himself. Emzin down. That was the flanker down, so they can only push through the smoke. NLS makes it 3. Can he get 4? Blame picks it up, and Penta pick themselves up their first round. We've got a game on.
Definitely a great way to start things off going for Penta now. But NLS, you have to give him the credit there. He got the 2 initial entries they needed and was also there to help clean up with a 3rd as well. And if he can keep that up, that's going to be a difficult entry fragger to shut down.
Well, 1 apiece. Straight away, Penta doing what ESC couldn't. Putting around on the board.
Emzin's made the switch. You can see he's gone to sniper, so clearly feeling something did work out for him there. Obviously, the first round lost. I'm trying to think back where they had it in the first round and didn't actually catch a glimpse of it quick enough before he went down. So this is alterations we're seeing already, and obviously this is why they are the top team in the world.
Hopefully the adjustment can play to their favor, and it already has. Emzin gets the pick there on NLS, and that's a great player to take down very early for them.
I think that just shows in, you know, a team's playstyle when they can adapt. Not 4 or 5 rounds in, they're adapting straight away. When something, you know, went a little bit wrong, they thought, you know, we can benefit from the likes of Emzin, and he shows why. Picking up the first one onto NLS, and now left in a 5v4. They have that advantage here, but Loon's pushing forward now with his squad. And it looks like they're targeting towards A, but it's going to be defended by WQ and N9.
Well, they're trying to push on through, just waiting for that smoke to clear. It's delayed them. It's one its uses. It's going to be an A site hit. Lunas flashes go over. Straight in once again. It's Blame to open things up. He finds N9. Can't get the second. WQ strikes. 18 gets another. And this is all going wrong. Lunas just the last man standing. He gets himself a quick double. And now down to a 2-on-1. Formy and Emzin, they know exactly where he is. Did he collect the bomb? I think he did. He's off. He's got 35 seconds. He hasn't got enough time to rotate, I don't think, so he has to try and stick at his side. Formy challenges him. So straight for 1-for-1. he got 3 out of it. One in 4, and he got 3. That's not bad going.
Yeah, that double was really impressive. The fact that he got the double, but also to stay alive. And picking up that third there, he won that one-on-one, but it was, of course, the clean-up kill that came in. And we do see SV picking up round number 2 for themselves. Number 2.5 minutes on the clock, and we'll go again here in round number 4. As Rain now pushing forward. Emzin once again. That first pick is showing very prevalent in this game, and NLS banding back here, and a double.
I think we've seen just how big that opening kill is. If NLS can get taken down, it can turn things around. Dabaku's turn it up once again. Rain's stuck in a hard position right now. He's going to get flashed out, pushed up. You can see 18 going round, and that puts him in all sorts of trouble. And Rain, well, he was helpless there. Flashed out, couldn't do a thing to help his teammate.
Yeah, and so far it seems like Super Valiant, they're just abusing the fact that Penta doesn't seem to adjust very quickly. Penta, they seem to get caught in these small little zones and then just try and fight. And if they keep forcing it like that, Super Valiant, they're just going to use their aim to their advantage in these situations. Penta, they really try to need to read these setups a bit more and maybe rotate if things aren't going their way.
Well, we're going to see Loons just taking things slow here. I think he's just obviously watching the flank to see if 18 is going to push up, but Emzin still rocking that orb. Smoke's blocking out the view just for a second there, but nothing happening as of yet just now. Round 5, we do see a little bit of a rotation coming in from Penta. Maybe looking to hit something different this one, as we do see Dabaku pushing, defending onto the A site. Emzin, he strikes again, my goodness. It's just every single round.
Themselves in their own defensive settings. Interested to see how these change. He just got a glimpse of Loon's head there, and he will take it off. So, 3-on-5 problem for Penta here as the round starts to stack SV's way.
60 seconds left. 18's going to go down. Blame is the man to do so. And it's something they needed. They needed to trade something out. You can see how low Blame is as well. Loons and NLS, have already gone down. It'd be nice to see Rain get into the mix as well, yet to pick up anything this game. You can see Moon just trying to almost wait for the opposing team, but you can see Emzin, he's going nowhere.
Yeah, and something I was going to say, I noticed Penta, they almost lean into where they're going. They usually don't have anyone watching the opposite side of things. I think they really need to, moving forward, have someone on the opposite side so there's that presence there, because Super Valiant, they're a team, if you give them that information, they're going to slowly but surely use that against you. But right now, looks like they are finally grouping in for a push, and with just 20 seconds left, they're going to have to make their move quick.
They got to go for it. Rain's going to push his way through. He's going to be the leading man. No NLS to help them out here. Blame's going to get around the side, but he's flashed up. He manages to get himself the kill. Rain gets one as well, and that's a double. Now it's a 2-on-3. Make it a 2-on-2 as Formy comes around the backside. They've got to realize Moon is going to try and get a little peek across there, and it buys time for Emzin to get his flank on. But they have time. So Formy, clever use there. Emzin's just saying, hey, I'm not there. Don't take it to 2-on-1s. Take it to a 2-on-2. Now Formy's going to push in on Moon. He gets himself one, but Emzin's dropped the other side. Moon knows where he's coming from, and Formy manages to get the kill. And there's the big clutch situations we've talked about, the straight-up one-on-one duels. They go the way of Super Valiant.
Formy showing why he is still on this roster, maybe not out of choice, maybe just to kind of keep his team fighting, as he said in that pre-game interview. But for me, he's, no pun intended there, he is a star player. And straight away, they need to take Emzin out of the game, whether it's just go a different route, push one site. They're giving that first pick away time and time again. This is a 4v5 every single round.
Yeah, and right now it's a situation where I think Moon should actually pull out that AK. He keeps trying to challenge Emzin in that middle lane, and if you're consistently losing, you just have to give up that fight and hold on to the numbers that you can create with maybe a change in what gun you're using. But right now it's just a complete slaughter on the round still.
Yeah, started off close, but so far this is looking like a straight-up 5-1. NLS, the last man to go down. Just gets a little shot onto Emzin there, challenging out the round, but they're just going to keep coming, and they will take him down eventually. Got N9 down low, but low is not enough. 5-2-1, and just as you called it, there is a change. Moon goes AK. then goes sniper. Just to catch me off. It's like,
Thought about it.
Okay, so the challenge is he's probably going to go for the challenge and then go back and switch weapon.
Yeah, he may go for the challenge, but it looks like this time Emzin, he's actually going to be creeping up A long, changing things up and keeping everyone on their toes, but comes out with a nade kill from Blame, and Loons has started off things looking good for Penta this time around.
Very nice start there as 18 and Formy go down. We've got Emzin obviously with the AWP. He's already picked up 8, but 5v3. This is a round they should take.
Yeah, but this is what you were talking about, Kyle. The fact that they're not using that one guy to keep them distracted. I was expecting this. It's finally become time where N9 is just like, you know what? There's no one here. I'm just going to push up, push around the back of them.
Yeah, it's a situation where you can't afford to let that happen because now with all the information, they can work a little bit more, but still in a 4-on-2, it's not quite the situation that Super Valiant was hoping for.
Now it's a 2-on-3. And with Emzin knowing the positions, N9 completely flanking around. They are going to get the bomb plant in. So now the rush comes down. Blame gets the bomb down. Can they hold it? The retake is going to be in Penta's favor, but N9 creeps his way around. Emzin looking for a peek. There's going to be a nade straight out. Gets a little glimpse of one player on the side. That gives N9 all the information he needed. Pops up, gets a quick double. And suddenly NLS is all alone. Gets the spray down, but he's not going to find it. Even Emzin pops back out with a scope. And even it's a 3-on-2, it still goes Super Valiant's way.
And N9 was just fantastic there. And the one thing I will say is the way that Emzin almost kind of baited out with that grenade, he threw it into almost N9's position, kind of gave him that free little bit of space, picks up a nice double, and Emzin just guarding over while the bomb defuse does come in. 6-1 though for Super Valiant.
Yeah, and just looking at that last run, I think NLS was kind of the turning point there. He seemed like he was almost out of position to support his two teammates when 9 came in for the challenge there, and I think he's got to be a little bit more aware on those post plants of where the bomb is, since he wasn't even actually in the line of vision to help with that defense. But right now, Penta, they need to at least cling on to these last 2 rounds of the half if they want any chance of bringing this one back here.
Oh, they're stacking up. Formy just backed away as they came around the corner. He was peeking that corner. Did he realize? Did he hear a footstep? Does he expect them to be coming? I think he does. Rain's going to get a glimpse of him right now. Rain's not going to find him. Formy peeks around, fires a second. They do manage to swamp his position, though. So they swarm themselves around. 18 just around the corner as they stack out in the hotel. 18's going to try and peek around. Gets himself the information. Look at Emzin. Emzin's already moving in the position as well. Pops up, gets himself a spray, but it's not quite enough. And Moon swings around from the side and catches a glimpse of him. N9's position noted there quickly as he passed by.
The issue they're going to run into, it looks like once again, though, they have players on the defense who have already pushed up A long, so they know they need to rotate everyone left onto the B bomb site. And this is a situation where Penta, they've ruined the fact that they have the numbers advantage by giving it away exactly where they're going to try
rotate.
Force it.
I think they're going to rotate. They've got 57 seconds, so it's just about enough time, and they're crossing straight in Emzin's path. And now it goes from a 4-on-2 to a 2-on-2. Lunes, do not challenge this man. He will take you down any step of the way. Emzin goes down, LS on the flank there, so nice work in the end. Lunes basically being the man, look this way, while my teammate flanks around. 30 seconds to go. It's all on N9 to try and get the retake, and NLS has his position covered.
Well, he was in a 1v2 previously, and he pulled it off this time. I'd say a little bit more difficult, though. He doesn't have the help of Emzin. With 30 seconds, he definitely has the time to do this, but you see NLS and Loons, they haven't taken any damage this round. They're stacking up. There should be a trade coming out.
They're sticking together, though. This could play in the favor of N9. They are, if they line up, he could just gun them both down at once. He knows where they are. He realizes they're around the sauna. He gets one. Can he get the second? He can! Oh, my word, but has he got time? He should get the defuse through. And just like that, the clutch moments we talked about at the start of the game happen again in SV's favor. He even double tapped it just to say, oh, I'm going to take it close. The rest of his teammates were not happy. I'm looking across down the line. They're all like, what are you doing?
Well, looking at that play, too, it was almost a mistake to choose that position in a 2v1. They picked almost the most isolated spot on A that you could think of. They could have had any numerous setups of crossfires across the site, but instead they backed into that corner, and it seemed to be their downfall there.
Yeah, that's like I was saying. It seemed like they were almost in a position where you could just line up the double frag.
And as well, going into this round now, it's like you just lost a round, a 2v1, which you should have taken. And it's kind of bouncing back from that. Straight away, 2 of your players go down. Blame NLS as well. Rain's low. You know, Rain's not having the best of games
Take it
either.
even
But
further than that, though, because they've just gone from a 3-on-2 and lost it, a 4-on-2 and lost it, a 4-on-2 to a 2-on-1. So it's mentally, they're hurting right now. There's no doubt about it. I think it's showing. You can see Super Valiant starting to be very confident. Lunes peeks around, and that's a team ace there. Super Valiant take it to 8-1, and suddenly we're looking at a dominant first half. So, how do they change it around? Their turn to defend, and they've only got 2 points to play with.
This is where I come back to the predictions. I think, did I give them too much credit? You know, this
10-6,
Super Valiant squad, they don't roll over easy. They don't even give rounds away. This is difficult for the likes of Penta, but as well, we've just seen a previous game to this, which was 10-0. It really is kind of setting the standards of how good these teams actually are.
But I mean, if you take away from the score, if you think of the first couple of rounds, it definitely could have been a lot better for Penta. Obviously, it went 1-1 straight away, so we were like, okay, here we go, game on. And then it seems like Super Valiant just like, oh, all right, let's take it up another notch. And Penta just can't keep up with them.
Yeah, and it seems like they almost got too confident when they had those numbers advantages. There was 3 or 4 rounds where they had those numbers, and then as soon as they did, they just seemed to play a bit more sloppy in those situations and really just putting themselves a lot more vulnerable. But right now, they definitely have a huge task ahead to bring this one back.
Well, we're seeing Penta being much more aggressive in their defensive style over on B side. They pushed up to Hotel and challenged out. And this is what you were talking about that Penta needs to do. They've got those flankers, those guys that are just distracting over at A side, over at B side, just basically saying, look over this way, trying to distract. And that's exactly what Super Valiant are doing.
Yeah, and I think this is where we're going to see the difference here. Super Valiant, they're a team that likes to have the most map presence consistently that they can, and it makes them a huge threat to deal with, especially having a team where they're not only trying to control all of the map, but they can aim and hold these positions to perfection as well. And I think it's going to be a very difficult defense for Penta here, no matter where they decide to strike.
Penta are sitting back here, but the likes of Super Valiant just kind of trying to find a hole. They were targeting A. It looks like just rotations are going down. The bomb in the hands of the squad, and rotations do look like they're going down to B. But again, this is a round where, you've not got your first pick. You've not got Emzin taking one down and making it a 4v5, but straight away we're going to see them creeping up alongside them. 60 seconds left to go.
Well, they peek out. They don't quite manage to strike, though. Moon had all the time in the world to try and land one of those shots, but just couldn't find it. N9 with the headshot. 18 picks around. He does manage to get himself one there, Rain, so it's a 4 for 4, but NLS goes aggressive, jumps out, gets around the side. That works out for them. Formy managing to get himself one on Rain. It's over in Hotel, so they're flanking around. Now they stack out. They have the side covered off. They're not going to go for the plan. Emzin gets another, but it's traded back and forth. 2-on-2, NLS. But now they're in this awkward situation. They're both coming from the same angle. They have to challenge out. Formy flashes it out. Delays things, but he's stuck on the bomb site at the moment. Now N9 comes around to rotate, joins him around the side there. Formy pops out, finds the head, gets a second. Brilliant stuff from Formy, showing he's still got it.
Fantastic stuff there from Formy. I thought he was just finding his time just to get his teammate back in the game. Then he challenged that second player. I think he did have his squad just coming up behind him as well, but it's 9-1 the scoreline right now, and this could be, again, a very devastating loss here for the European squad that is Penta. Super Valiant, though, they're going to go thick and fast here. Formy's taking damage, though, this time.
From the mental aspect, just to trade back and forth and to lose it in that style, you think, okay, we finally got the advantage, pushing this position. Both players not challenging out at the same time. They've only got themselves to blame there. NLS, they know exactly where they're coming, straight away. WQ's going to back away around the side. Realizes in a tricky situation, he's been flashed out and caught up, and he will get picked up by Lunes, but instantly replied by N9. NLS pushes round, but the deagle from N9 takes his head clean off, and that has got to hurt. Blame, the last man standing, to keep Penta in the winner bracket. 18 and N9 having a peek. Blame on the bomb. They have to challenge him, they have to find him, and N9 strikes again. It's a simple 10-1. I mean, I said we're not going to see a 10-0 this time. I was right, but it was still a very, very one-sided scoreline for Super Valiant.
Great stuff all round for the squad. You can see they're calm, composed. And I guess for them now, it's just, thinking about that next step. They find themselves in the winner bracket final up against, you know, another European squad, Flipside, but 10-1, it's a statement, to say the least.
Yeah, it's a dominant statement, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt for Penta, because you think back to the 3-on-2s, the 4-on-2s, the advantages, even just going down to a straight-up 2-on-2 where it looked like they were going to finally take down, and then N9 pops out and gets a quick double. These are the moments that I think back to the December finals. I think that's why Super Valiant took down Flipside.